One, in the recent 1 or 2 months, we have seen events, utterances, comments, and some form of exchanges between the president and the deputy president that gives a clear indication that all is not well between the two of them. From the previous bromance between the president and the deputy, we clearly now have a situation where the deputy and the deputy president and the president of the Republic of Kenya are not working together. They are reading from different scripts. Their differences are out in the public. That is a fact that we as Kenyans have noted and must live with it. The only request that we are making as people of Kenya is that whereas it is good for the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Deputy President to work in harmony, in love together, whereas that is the desired working relations, when things have degenerated to where they have gone today, we as a Kenyan public have taken note of this. But we also want to say that the Constitution of Kenya did not anticipate that the president and the deputy must be in love throughout. It is well and good if they work in love. It is well and good when they are reading from the same script 100%. It is well and good when they can show that brotherhood and bromance that we saw previously. But now that that is broken down, what we are only asking them to do is that the Constitution has provided a mechanism of ensuring that the president and the deputy president are able to lead the nation irrespective of their differences. They must agree on issues that are of importance to this nation. They must both respect the Constitution and that their relationship is guided by the Constitution. We therefore want to ask them that as much as they are uncomfortable with each other, they now have to resort to work together as provided for by the Constitution. The Constitution clearly provides for the roles of the Deputy President. Key among them are the assignments given to him by the President as his principal assistant. But there are other functions constitutionally given to him by the Constitution and by the law, given to the Deputy President by the Constitution and by the law, that even the President cannot take away from him. One of those examples is that by law, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is the chair of IBEC, Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council. That is a responsibility given to the Deputy President by law, among many others. That responsibility cannot be taken away from him by the President himself. I want to thank that for the 4 years we have been able to engage through IBEC under the leadership of the Deputy President. And we are asking the Deputy President continue executing each and every assignment given to you by law, now that the others that were supposed to be assigned, that were assigned to you by the President, have been withdrawn. That is still okay. That work of chairing IBEC and many other responsibilities given to him, including inspiring the nation, building the unity of this nation. That is the overriding principle of any leader in our republic. From the MCA all the way to members of parliament at their level, the governor and the senator at their level, the deputy president at his level, at the national level, and the president. So whereas many other responsibilities have been taken away from him, we still urge the Deputy President that you still have enough on your hand to carry out in this republic. Inspire the nation. Preach peace. Bring leaders together. Bring communities together. Chart an agenda for this nation, including providing and giving your input with regard to government programs across the nation. Where there is need to criticize, where there is need to give an appreciation, where there is need to give contribution. If the forum is not available at the cabinet, there are many other forums that you can speak. In any case, Kenyans have always spoken to the government through open platforms. And therefore, we think that the Deputy President still has an opportunity and the forum to give his input. We equally ask the President of the Republic of Kenya that it is a fact that now you no longer work with the Deputy on the same page with regard to politics. You have never differed on the building of roads. You have never differed on the need to continue expanding electricity connectivity in this country. You have never differed on many other development projects. Clearly, you differed on one particular agenda, and that is the BBI. We should not, all those proponents of the BBI should not be very mad at the Deputy President for the outcome in court. In any case, the constitution of the Court of Appeal, the appointment of judges to the High Court, to the Court of Appeal, to the Supreme Court, is not done by the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. It is done by the President. And therefore, if you are unhappy with the outcome of the High Court and the Court of Appeal, that anger should not be directed or misdirected at the Deputy President, but it should actually be directed to the right people and offices, including the legal advisor of government, the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. I am sure the current AG holds the record in terms of the number of cases that the government has lost. So the President clearly should be directing his anger at the officers who may have failed in advising giving legal advice to the President. The decisions of the judiciary in this republic is autonomous. And therefore, any difficulty that somebody has with regard to the rulings at the High Court and the Court of Appeal should be directed to the right offices. But also the Constitution has provided a mechanism for redress. If you are unhappy with the High Court, you go to the Court of Appeal. If you are unhappy with the Court of Appeal, you go to the Supreme Court. I am happy that yesterday we saw a decision by the proponents of BBI to take the matter to the Supreme Court. That is a welcome direction. Let us exhaust the legal framework provided by law. However, we are concerned by some of the occurrences, including the decision to reorganize, redeploy the security apparatus that has served the residents of the Deputy President for the last 9 years to the kind of decision that we saw yesterday. We want to say that you may quote the law, you may quote the standing orders, you may quote whatever document that you want to quote. But it is said that if it is working, why fix it? For the last 9 years, the security apparatus within the presidency has been managed in the manner that has been managed for the last 9 years. What is this urgency that necessitated the changes that we saw yesterday? We are told it was for purposes of effective delivery. If for 9 years it has been okay, what has necessitated the effectiveness today? So clearly, any right-thinking Kenyan would read some mischief in those changes. Clearly, there is some mischief in those changes. From where we stand, looking at the changes, the frustrations directed at the office of the Deputy President for the last 4 years, what happened yesterday is just but an escalation of what has been happening. I want to urge all civil servants and state officers that in this republic, all of us are guided by the law, by the Constitution, acts of parliament, customs, and the way this country has been governed all along. We want to ask all public servants, resist the temptation to be used to execute political vendetta. This country is going to be here beyond the elections. You will be held to account at a personal level for whatever decisions that you make outside the law. However, I want to take this opportunity to call for calm. It is clear that some of the decisions being made out there are intended to create tension, create mistrust, create an environment of instability, cause a situation where members of the public and the communities will be out there demonstrating because their leaders or their leader is being targeted in this whole arrangement. What I want to urge the people of Nandi, Nandi is a cosmopolitan area. We know what we have gone through as a nation from the previous politically instigated tensions in our country. We made a conscious decision, interestingly led by the president and the deputy, that never again shall blood or lives or property be lost on account of political competition and political differences. It seems to us that that commitment may no longer be the case up there. But we in Nandi County and in Rift Valley region as a whole, and I believe this is the position of every Kenyan, that no blood, no life, no property will ever be lost on account of political competition.